Get side by side all of the pictures of Earth that NASA has released. Every single one of them are fake, they're photoshopped. The other planets and moons in our solar system don't exist. There's not a solar system. You can't go and land on the moon. You can't go and land on these planets. They're not there. This outer space kind of sci-fi thing is exactly that. It's science fiction. The Earth is at the center, and the moon and the sun revolve around the Earth. I know it's not 100 million miles away. That's as much as I know. I mean, it's close, way closer than we believe. So the sun is 100 million miles away, but we can have huge fluctuations in weather. It's not possible. Whatever they're telling you about these things, because this light needs to travel a certain distance to get here, is nonsense. It's all NASA garbage, so they can siphon more money and keep throwing garbage CGI pictures at us. There are two good reasons, in my opinion. One obvious reason would be money. The money raised by NASA alone since their inception is something like $15 trillion. And with that money, they've really shown very little for their work.
Of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the Earth.
They're releasing composite images and articles and telling you that this is what's happening, this is what we're doing, and we've spent $700 million to get this photo of Pluto that we had to put together in Photoshop. A second thing is to make people feel insignificant. If you think that you are one of 7 billion people on the planet, and then out of that 1/7 billionth, your planet is 1/septillionth of a million trillions and trillions of rocks that could have the same type of people as you, and it makes you feel like you're an insignificant speck of dust, therefore you're easy to control. Basically, if you can imagine the globe squashed down, with Antarctica, instead of being its own continent, being the perimeter around the side. So a lot of people say that's like an ice wall, it's a wall the whole way. It's more like a shelf or cliff. The idea is that the sun and the moon, they rotate clockwise over the top of the Earth, and as seasons change, these simply just move outside and inside as these seasons are changing. Fall off into what? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no edge. I think this is also a misconception. The way we see it is it's an enclosed system. There's water above, there's the firmament or the dome, and there's the water above it and water below it, and it's an enclosed system. There's no leaving it, there's no finding some like anti-gravity. We're gonna be floating around looking for all sorts of other suns and stuff. There's none of that. So you can't fall off the edge, essentially. Let's make it clear, you cannot see curvature from a plane. Reason why it may seem as though you can see curvature is because of the way planes have to be designed. Every single window on a plane has to be round and curved because the cabin itself is curved. You can't have straight panes of glass or the pressure they'd explode and the plane would be done. That's why next time you look out of a plane window and you think you can see the curve, look at the wing as well, because the wing will seem to curve as well where it doesn't when you see it normally. That's because it's curved glass. Theory, and it is a theory, completely unproved and unprovable because it only works to a certain scale, apparently. The only reason why you would need gravity as a theory is to convince people that you can stick to the bottom of a spinning ball upside down. Besides that, you don't need it. There's no need for a magical force that is unquantifiable, unmeasurable, anywhere besides a large scale that becomes incomprehensible once you use those numbers. So no, yeah, I would say gravity is unnecessary, and buoyancy and density already show why things fall to the ground when you drop them. It's programming. You've been programmed to do it. Like, I was programmed to do it 110%. As soon as I heard it, I was like, this is ridiculous, this is stupid, but this has so many reasons and so many other objective ideas that support it that to just write it off as totally ridiculous means that you must have been told to do it from early, and you have been. It only takes 3 generations to teach a lie, you know? You have your students, you have the teachers tell those students a lie, you have those students become the teachers, those teachers become the senior professors, and now whoever's teaching anyone is teaching the same lie that their generations, because they only know what they've been taught as generations go by. No, I haven't always believed the earth is flat, you know, because it's like, this is a ridiculous idea. How could anyone believe this concept? And then you delve into it, where I delved into it, and there are so many inconsistencies with the model that you were taught at school, you can't ignore them anymore. So at one point you have to make a decision on where you lie on it, and I had to pick the flat earth.